Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. Sorry, I'm staring directly into the sunlight. Today another video about the Fenris bow. This time to show you all the different bows that I own that are combined with it and comparing them, since they're all different in price and performance and so on. So let me start with the cheapest one, which is the EK Archery Assassin, this model here. I like it. It's made by EK Archery, one of my favorite manufacturers that also manufactures the Adder crossbow. But of course the Steamboat setup is made in Austria by Steamboat. So this is a CNC machined, fast firing, high speed, 5-shot repeating bow now. And in this particular model I even added a little device here. See this front trigger here, which is a lock. So this actually now legally and technically is a crossbow. Since when I cock the bow, I can show you how that works. So I simply pull, and you see in the front, it actually snaps in. So this is a crossbow now. I can of course at any time unlock it if I want to, and decock it like so. But since it's a crossbow now, I can also use the longest possible draw length of this bow with this setup, which is 27 inches. This is a little uncomfortable for me since you have to add a few inches to the integrated release here. So normally I shoot it with like 24 inches, but since this is a crossbow I can go 27 inches, which adds power. Okay, let's shoot it over the crony and find out how fast it is. Okay, this one is outfitted with a red dot. That was 82 meters per second. Let's do one more. That was 80 meters per second. And the third one. That was also 80 meters per second. That's the performance of this bow, not bad. Staring directly into the sun. Anyway, note that I've converted this one actually by myself a little bit. I put in this little piece of wood, glued it right to this steel rod here, so that I can actually also use the EK Archery 15-inch bolts. Those are a little light for a 70-pound bow, but on the other hand they're really cheap. They are shorter than the other bolts, and therefore so that we can guide them here in the front, I had to put in this plate. And also I had to carve out a little notch here so that when I cock the bow it will actually slide underneath the bolt. So let's shoot the light one over the crony. Okay, that was 89 meters per second, not bad. And now I can also show you how this works. See that the tip of the arrow, not sure if you can see this, is actually behind the string now. But since the groove is there, when I release this by pulling the front trigger, then you can see that it slides underneath the tip of the bolt and then very seamlessly glides underneath. And I'm ready for the next shot. Full crossbow mode, of course. Nice conversion. Okay, and fire. 86 meters per second. The bow does come with an integrated string stopper. It also has nice cable gliders. And what I also like on the bow is that it can be mounted with the 2 screws here, not just with 1 screw. It is adjustable in power. Right now it is fully closed, which means it's a maximum of 70 pounds draw weight, but you can also adjust this so a child can shoot it. The draw length, like on most modern compound bows, is also adjustable. This currently is set to 27 inches, but you can also go down to a ridiculously low amount. So this can be a serious hunting bow, but also can be a training bow for children. This package normally retails for like 1,200 euros. Currently in Germany only we have a special price. It's a spring promotion where you can have the entire setup for 998 euros, plus of course the red dot. But then you get the whole setup, you get 5 arrows, you get the Steamboat, you get the EK Archery Assassin. There's even a video that shows you how to fine tune it. This is the next bow in the setup. It's actually, of course, the same Steamboat Fenris, but this time it's attached to the Greyback bow. Also adjustable from laughably low until up to 70 pounds of a draw force. Also adjustable in draw length. This one I adjusted to 24 inches, so it's not tuned to full power. Simply because I find it more comfortable to shoot when you have the additional release aid here from that's integrated into the Fenris. It also has a string stopper, which I like. It also can be mounted with 2 holes. It is more expensive. It's also, I think, a little bit better manufacturing quality, although the Assassin really isn't bad. And this one you can have, like it's 100 euros more expensive than the EK Archery. In any case, this time I just only have installed the laser sight. I could of course at any time also install a red dot, but on this one I just have the laser, which on a bright day like today is a little bit complicated. The Greyback bow is the only one that is also available in a version for left-handers, and then you can just simply mirror the entire design and shoot with this just like normal. The other bows that I'm showing you today are not available for left-handers. Switch on the laser. There it is. This one does not have a lock adaptation in it, but it has the front trigger, which makes it super easy for me to hold it with my index finger here of the left hand. So you cock it against, of course it's a 70-pound bow, so there is resistance. But now I can simply hold it with my finger like so. Don't need the other hand. But of course, if you hold both, then it's very easy to hold. Okay. And go. It was 83 meters per second. That was 84 meters per second. And that was 86 meters per second. So it's significantly faster than the EK Archery Assassin, even though this has been adjusted to a draw length that is like 3 inches shorter. So it would actually be more fast if I would set it up to a longer draw weight. Now the third bow I'm showing you today is something really special because it's a super expensive high-end bow. It's actually you can see it, Bowtech Realm SR6. So it's a bow that definitely costs over $1,000. So it's really not cheap, but it's hyped to be one of the best hunting bows on the market. And it wasn't easy to attach the Steamboat Fenris to it because the cable glider, actually the normal one, is in the way because this one runs over bearings. So I had to make a new one that actually makes it possible to install the Fenris bow holder here, the bracket. So, but still, now it's fine and it's shooting. Of course, this one can be adjusted in a million different ways. So I think this is not at the top because I set it at the comfort setting. Not sure if you can see this. You can actually adjust the bow into comfort and performance. I set it to comfort, so there's still a little bit more power that you can squeeze out of it. Also, this one has not been set up for like a huge draw length, simply because I find it more comfortable to shoot this way. You can see it's high-end because see how lightweight and slim the wheels are, the cams are. This is also tuned to maximum power. A fine bow. Let's go shoot it over the crony so the truth comes out. All right. Laser sights. I go a little bit lower this time to not destroy the arrows that are already in. 87 meters per second. Another 87 meters per second. I don't think it counted. 90 meters per second. Okay, let's go for one more. That was only 82 meters per second. No idea why. So top value was 90 meters per second. That is the best performance that we clocked today. But is it that much better than the other bows? Well, the price difference is huge. It's like an 800 euro price difference. It's a fine bow, it's fun to shoot. I think it's not needed to go that expensive. And I know why the last arrow was different, because it was simply a different arrow. Well, these were the original Steamboat arrows, and this one was an earlier one that I made myself, or someone gave me probably. It's a heavier arrow, therefore it is slower in speed. Now this next one is very special because it comes in a case and it says limited edition, number 001 of 100. So let's see what's inside. It was actually a present from the guys in Austria. There it goes. Wow, look at that. It's a special edition. Let me show you its features. Steamboat will celebrate their 5-year anniversary as a company this year, and therefore they have decided to make this special edition to celebrate the occasion. And I have the honor to own the very first one. Soon you will be able to buy it, but it will probably be expensive. But it's really cool. Look at this, is the bow that they're using. It's actually a top point, which isn't a super expensive bow, but I think it's a great match with the Fenris. They developed a special holder just for it, so that it fits 100% on it. It's really cool. You see they even have the cams in the right colors. It's an adjustable bow, of course. I think it really makes a good impression. Okay. Isn't it beautiful? And then of course they have like a specially painted, or actually I think it's not painted, it's actually lacquered or something, Fenris with these wild colors. Isn't that cool? And it also says limited edition, and it says, it gives the number, and it's you can also see the 5 years anniversary here. There's also the laser sight on it, and also the trigger holder in the front. It's just a thing of beauty. And of course it fits perfectly well in the case. And there's actually 10 of these special bolts with it that have these unique orange colors. What an amazing piece. I love it. Anyway, let's test it. It's also adjusted to 24 inches, just because I think for me that's the most comfortable part. And you see it's fully closed, so if this screw would be all the way out, the bow would be so easy to draw, a child could do it. Okay, this time I only put 3 bolts in, because that's enough for our test here. It's very simple. Just drop it in. Of course 5 is the maximum. Okay. Alright. Now it's ready for shooting. Okay, let me switch on the laser. There it goes. Okay. 66. 69. Significantly easier to draw than the other bows. 66. And you see it's very, very accurate, but it doesn't have the power of the other bows, I have to say it. Anyway, isn't that a beautiful setup? I love it. It's so nice and so easy to shoot. And of course, one last feature that I can show you, like all Fenris bows, you cannot cock the bow on an empty magazine because it's caught by this lever here. If you swing it to the side, you can, of course. So 4 different Fenris configurations are fascinating, I think. Of course, the EK Archery Assassin for under 1,000 as a complete setup is the first time that it's actually possible to buy a completely CNC machined, beautiful Fenris repeating pump action bow for under 1,000 euros. But I think the best deal is actually the Greyback, because the performance is so close to the performance of the four-figure Bowtech bow. And still, it's a solid piece of equipment. I really love it. And I hope you do too, because that's it for today. Switch on the laser. Thanks then. Bye. Bye. One for you, as always. Bang.